Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well. My name is Dan and I do a whole bunch of things. Well, today I'm going to be making a short video on editing. Let's get into it. First of all, I gotta say it is a gorgeous day out here. Spring in Florida is like the best time to be outside in Florida because it's not too hot and it's not too cold. Don't say it. Don't say it. We're all thinking it. Don't say it.
All you need is a light jacket.
There we go. I said it. So yeah, today I really wanted to make a video on my editing process to kind of help people, especially people who are just starting out and you're still kind of feeling your way into the game and trying to figure out what your style is and how to approach something. Well, here's some things that sort of helped me out when I first started. Say somebody hired you to capture their event. Maybe it's a live event, maybe it's a conference, sort of a running gun. Hey, let's throw something together really quickly. How do I approach it and make it look good? Instinct. Instinct is everything. I've ingested all my footage, I've made all my folders and I've organized things the way I want them. And when it comes down to actually putting things on the timeline, I really don't think about it. I go in the moment. And what I do is I just kind of start picking clips, just, whatever stands out to me. I'll grab it and then I'll just kind of scroll through the clip and see what jumps out at me. What about this clip says, this speaks to me? And when I find that, I'll play it from that point on until it stops speaking to me. I know that might sound a little weird. When it stops kind of, connecting to my emotions, my psychology, whatever, then I'll stop it and I'll just put it on the timeline and then I won't think about it. It's a bug? Jeez. I'm outside. Why would there be bugs? Once that's done, then I'll repeat. I'll find another clip, see what about that clip speaks to me, what stands out, what jumps out. Maybe it's a close-up of somebody. Maybe it's a way I move the camera a certain way. Maybe it's a wide shot. Maybe it's action. Maybe it's just scenery. I don't know. Whatever it is, if it jumps out at me, just that gut instinct emotion, that's when I grab it, put it on the timeline. And I pretty much repeat that process for, several times until I have maybe a minute to a minute or two, maybe 2 or 3 minutes worth of footage on my timeline. Like a bunch of stuff just sitting on my timeline and I know, okay, this stood out to me. This is what I have to work with. Now, how can I flesh that out? You get in there and you play. I mean, you're working, but for me, it's sort of a process of just kind of having fun with it. It's like, okay, how does this look good? Could this look better with something else here? Does this maybe put this before this, maybe shorten this a little bit, or maybe drag this out a little bit. And that's really the sort of trial and error portion of the process. It's that very beginning. It's like those broad brush strokes. You think of it like painting. No, you're not getting too much into details yet. You're just putting broad things out there that you're probably gonna end up using later. So once that's done, maybe I have like a minute or two of edited footage, that I put together and I'm kind of happy with, and then I'll just sort of play through it. I'll watch what I have. Mr. Train, you're really interrupting my flow. Stop it. So then I'll start playing through it and, okay, give it a minute. Hold on, you gotta train. So that's the moment when I'll just start watching through it. And I'll see kind of, okay, how does this flow? How does this feel? How does this, what's the overall vibe that I'm getting from it? Does it actually capture the spirit of the event? And that's something to think about when you're actually filming. One of the things I like to do when I'm filming a live event, obviously you're not going to capture everything. You can have wide angle lenses and really capture what you see, but what I like to do, I like to focus on details. I'll kind of go through and see, okay, what are some details about this event, whatever it is, that sums up the feel of what's going on. Maybe it's a Christmas party and can't really capture everything, but I can do some really, really nice close-ups on some of the lighting or an ornament or, people hugging each other. The way something is decorated, something that stands out, something that sort of takes little pieces of an event in order to recapture the atmosphere. Maybe that sounds a little convoluted, maybe a little weird, but that kind of works for me. So once I watch that through, that's when I go in and start making the individual changes, okay? So then I maybe make one clip longer, make a clip shorter. That sort of sparks the imagination, it sparks the creativity. It's like, it provides that sort of runway, that sort of blueprint to kind of go off of, and from there, that usually launches me into where I want to go with that piece. And that's the moment when I'll start picking out music. Now, a lot of editors, they'll start looking for music right away. I used to do that, until it started hindering my workflow. I would spend more time searching for music than actually editing the piece, and which was fine, except for when I was on a deadline, it didn't quite work because the people I was working for needed something right away. So in order to really get better at doing this when I didn't have time to go through music, I decided to focus primarily on visuals. So I tried to think of it in terms of, can this have the same amount of impact if I don't have any music to it? And that's how I chose the shots that I chose. And that's what I based my process on when I was choosing shots. Does this still saturate my soul, saturate my emotions? Does this still make me feel something when I don't have music to back it up? And if it didn't, I would get rid of it. And I would keep doing that until I found, a clip or a combination of clips that conveyed that emotion. Once I did that, once I had something all in place, and then I did pick out music, it came to life so much. It added so much. So that's really sort of a backwards way of working at it. Some people like to just listen to music and then see what clips work with it. And then some people like to do it backwards. They all focus primarily on visuals and then see how the music can add to it. So I'm really not saying one is better than the other, but they're just really two different processes that you can use. Try either one and see what works best for you. Something I started doing a while back, and I still do it to this day, when I'm trying to enhance my craft and I'm trying to beef up my skills and trying to, get a better understanding of what other people have done, is I take a lot of my favorite movies and I watch them without sound. I turn the sound off and I'll watch the entire movie just purely visuals, and I'll ask myself, do they still communicate the story without me hearing a word of dialogue or any Foley or any background music or any whatever? And if it's not, then how can I, how would I do that differently? And that's sort of influenced how I think and how I create when I'm making my own videos and my own highlight reels. Anyway, that's just a basic sort of my basic idea of what I do when it comes to editing. And it kind of helped me out in the beginning, and hopefully it'll help you out. So if you enjoyed that, do me a favor and give me one of these. And have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. All right, that's all I got for you. Take it easy. Love you. Peace out.